This is a sending unit out of my 03. Fixing to do some modifications to it. Just wanted to show a little before. These are your factory going to your lift pump, factory engine return. This was the draw straw for the air dog that I had set up on this truck. I love how people say you can't make power with a draw straw. As you can see, that is a straight up draw straw. Pretty sure we made plenty of power with that draw straw. But I am fixing to change the setup up, make it look a lot nicer up top. I am going to go ahead and install a sump in this truck, as you've seen in the before videos. Really not because of power, just to make it really just a cleaner install. I never had any problems with quarter tank issues or anything with this draw straw setup. It's actually really nice. I've really never had an issue with it, really just because I want to modify it and clean it up and make it look a little nicer. So excuse the mess, working on the sending unit. I'm gonna go over kind of what I've done. So here was the air dog piece that I took out. This is the feed. If you run AirDog's system just like they send it, drill a hole in the top of the sending unit, just like I showed in the earlier video, and you're basically your 1/2 inch push hose just goes right on there with a quick connect, and then this draw straw connects to the bottom, goes to the bottom of the tank, directional cut so it can't suck to the bottom of the tank. Perfect. I ended up pulling this out of my draw straw as well. This is the factory. This one's the feed to the lift pump. This is an 03, so the lift pump stock was actually mounted on the back of the fuel filter housing. And this is the engine return. Like I said, both of these were cut when I did the air dog, because both of these just turned into both returns. That's just a cap. And this is the little, I don't know what you call this. I guess it's the screen on the bottom of this sending unit. To where fuel goes in and all that good stuff. I'm not even going to run it on this one because, like I said, I'm putting a sump in. So then here's the sending unit to exactly how I am going to do it. So basically, I'm going to have these two bulkhead fittings. These are both negatives. Both of these are 6AN fittings. I made this little plate to cover the hole where those factory feed and return came in, and then where I drilled my hole for the air dog inlet or suction, putting this -8, and these will all be returns. So what I'm going to do is, I don't have parts in yet, but they're basically just going to connect, and then I'll just drop push hose down into the tank, and then zip tie it to basically the bottom here. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. I might not zip tie them. I might just push them in there. I'm not sure 100% yet, but that's what I'm working with now. So here's the finished product of the sending unit. It took a little while to get this done because I actually had to remake my plate up here. The first one, did a damn good job making it. I was just in a hurry trying to get stuff ready to go to powder coat, and where I put my two holes for my bulkhead fittings, they fit in there, but what I didn't do was check the nuts on the bottom side. So when I went to thread them in, the nuts hit each other and wouldn't go all the way in. So basically I just decided to do one in the middle like that, and then just drill into the top of the sending unit, and then I have my big one over here. So basically the way I'm going to set this up is all these are going to be returns. This will be the full flow return coming from the motor. This will be the return coming from the fuel pump, the air dog, and this big one's just going to get a cap on it for now. Basically kind of preparing for future use, possibly. I'm not sure. Right now it's just going to get capped. Now do final assembly on the sending unit. Like I said, my 3 bulkhead fittings, my plate, kind of already showed that. And there's kind of how I've done the lines. You can see, just kind of diagonal cut them. That way they can't stick to nothing. They're about 3/4 of the way down, or will be in the tank. Just zip tie them together so they all kind of hang around. They'll just return fuel basically inside this sending unit where it used to pull fuel. I've got holes drilled in this, that way it'll still come out just like it would from the factory, but much cleaner, much easier to deal with. Fuel sending unit complete, ready to go back in. Kind of quick shot in there, kind of how the lines are ran. Like I said, you got the vent, I'm gonna take care of that. But basically, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. Needs to scrunch down a little more when it goes in the tank. But there's your float and all that good stuff. Here's the sump. I don't know if I showed any video of it since I got it back to powder coat. Left the inside, that way make sure you get your O-ring seal nice and pretty blue. But anyways, getting ready to put it in the tank. Always measure multiple times before you cut holes in your tank. So basically you can see my scratch marks on the bottom with a Sharpie here messing around. You can kind of see here you have a little indention right there. Basically you want that O-ring, of course, to be flat. So got to watch these little indentions here. See if I can get some light. It's just dark in there, but so basically you have the slosh deal, keep fuel from sloshing and everything. You can't put the sump underneath it, so basically you kind of just got to watch it, and I've kind of just wiped the tank down, but fixing to drill the hole in the bottom of it. So there's the sump installed. Looks nice. I just can't tighten it down until I get it in the truck and see which way it needs to go. I'm not doing the normal fittings there. Those are -10 AN fittings. So a little bigger feed to the pump. So I don't know how good you're going to be able to see that, but that's a view from the sending unit heading into the tank. So everything should be good to go there. Just wanted to show kind of how it mounts inside. Got it close to the diffuser in there to keep the fuel from just sloshing all around. So everything should be good. So I still got the tank kind of leaned up against the truck here. I got the sending unit fully in, and that's pretty much how it'll go right there. So you'll have your connection just for your fuel gauge. This will be my engine return like I went over. That'll be my return for my air dog. And then I've got this big return for probably some future use, but nothing right now. So it's just capped off for now. But that's how it'll look. All nice and clean. So to finish up this weekend, pretty much got the tank back in. I got the sump, as you saw, it is installed. And now it's pointing the correct way. I got that rag sitting out of it because I left just a little bit of diesel I couldn't get out of the tank when I was draining it. So it drained out into my little bucket here, but sump's nice, pointing towards the air dog, and it's all in. So basically I'm just knocking out, gonna get the size of my lines and figure out how I'm routing those up to the air dog here. And then as soon as I get that, I can finish hooking everything up on the fuel side. Hook the line back up coming to the motor and get all the returns. And so there's the view looking in from the fender. In from the fender at the top of the sending unit. I got the fuel level sensor plugged in. You can see my little vent that I made, and then all the returns, and you got plenty of room on the 4-wheel drives. So just kind of showing it all in, everything's mounted, ready to go. And then now you can see kind of where my air dog's mounted with fuel delivery, kind of how I have the vent mounted, and that's how she'll be. I just need to go in and order line.